everybody, welcome back to another episode of Creations with Christina. So today's card we're using the Cricut Wild Card cartridge, and I'm making a birthday card for my sister, so I'm using the Cupcake card, and we're going to use all of the features, the liner, well I'm not going to use these, but I'm going to use the icon, Cupcake, the liner, the candle, the envelope, and the card. So let me show you what I'm making. Okay, first what I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is, this is the topping of my cupcake, and what I want to do is, well, make it sparkle. So I'm just going to adhere this down. Oh, always the wrong side. I'm just using removable adhesive because I just don't want it to slide all over the place. And then using my Tombow multi-adhesive, I'm using the thicker end. I'm just putting a very thin layer on my cupcake top here. And just kind of spread it out as even as you can. You might have some little, glops in it, but it's okay. It'll dry smooth. So, and then I'm just using the Stampin' Up's Dazzling Diamonds, and I'm just putting that right on the top. So I'll just set that aside to dry. And while that's drying, I thought we could put together the envelope. So this is my envelope. It's cut at 5 inches, and I'm using a Basil textured cardstock. And what I did, I already went ahead and scored all my score lines, but when you cut out in the Cricut, it does create your notches where you need to score, but I did that ahead of time. And then I also cut out the liner. This liner actually is going to match my cupcake that I'm putting together. So I'm just going to go ahead and adhere that down. And I'm just going to make sure I've got some adhesive right at the scallop. Okay, and when you cut this out, it does create little, it cuts out a line, but those lines are guides for you to put your liner in. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and fold that, make the crease. If I knew where my bone folder was, I would go ahead and crease that. And then we're just going to fold in our flaps. And what I'm going to do is put some adhesive right here. And I don't want a lot of adhesive because it doesn't overlap too much, but you just want to make sure you have a nice amount on there. And then I'm going to add adhesive right to my edge in the bottom here. And then when you fold it over, cute little cupcakes that are, cupcake candles that'll match the card. So that's the envelope. Isn't that the cutest thing? I love it. Okay, now for the card. My card again is cut at 5 inches. I recommend that if you're going to cut out your, if you're going to do the envelope to match the card, that you cut the envelope first. Because if you cut, like this is on 8.5 by 11 paper, or cardstock rather, and if I did fit to page, it actually cuts it out at 8 inches, which is way too big. In my envelope, I cut out on 12 by 12 paper, so it fit perfectly on there. So just keep that in mind. If you're doing the fit to page feature, cut your envelope first, and then cut your card to match your envelope. Okay, so this is certainly Celery Stampin' Up cardstock, and the pattern paper I'm using is from let's see, Fancy Pants, and it's called All Fall. And what I'm going to do is, I did it in advance because I wasn't sure how easy this was going to be for me to do, but I made a little ribbon, or a bow, to go on my cupcake. So I'm just going to slide this on, just like that, okay? And then I'm going to adhere that, I'm going to actually add my adhesive right to my card here, because it won't be easy to put that on with the ribbon. And I'm just going to line this up. Okay. My ribbon is a little loose. There we go. Okay. Isn't that cute? It's going to be adorable. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, I had earlier done a cupcake top because I knew it was going to be a little while for it to dry. So I'm just going to add some dimensionals right to the top of my cupcake here because I'm going to pop up the top my icing. Let's see, I'm running out of dimensionals. I just want to make sure there's enough on here that it stays nice. And I'm just going to line this up right to my card. And I just love that glitter. The glitter is just so cute. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I cut out the candle to match my pattern paper. So I'm just going to add some dimensionals to the back of that. And I need to find really small pieces here because the candlestick is kind of thin. One right here in the back of the flame. It's stuck to my finger. And then we're just going to add this right to the top. Oops. Okay. And then the last thing I'm going to do is, this is a crochet flower that my mom made, and then I made using my eye top, a brad that matches my pattern paper. So I'm just going to add some, I found that with the crochet flowers, the Tombow holds it much better than a glue dot. So I'm just going to adhere this right onto my cupcake. And then what you could do is cut out on the Cricut, happy birthday or whatever greeting you want to put on there, or you can stamp if you have happy birthday, you can stamp that. I'm just going to leave mine just the way it is, and then I'll write a nice little note to my sister on the inside. So, okay, that's my card for today. Thanks for watching another episode of Creations with Christina, and I'll see you next time. Bye!